Hello, this is Mr. Reinhardt, and let's go over some information about India involving their cities, civilizations, and resources. So first of all, we take a look at India. The capital is New Delhi, which is right here at the top of the country. So there must be an old Delhi. But the business center, there's lots of huge cities in India. It's one of the largest countries in the world in terms of population. But Mumbai right here, that's the city that is considered its business center. So the business center of India is considered to be Mumbai. One of the things that happened, and there's actually a TV show about it, if you look it up, it's called Outsourcing. And when companies in the United States, for example, they don't want to pay people as high wages. They can find cheaper wages. People who work for less money in other countries, they will oftentimes outsource the product or the service or whatever it is to another country. So what happened was a lot of times they would have call centers, for example, in India, because Indians speak English like we do. So they said, okay, that's fine. Indians don't cost as much money. So we'll open up an office in Mumbai, for example, and people can call the phone in America, but it'll connect to a line that's actually ending in India. So in the middle of the night in India, they would be answering phones and answering questions and stuff for customer service for Americans. That is an example of outsourcing, okay? So when a US manufacturer hires an Indian company to provide customer service for their company, that's called outsourcing. All right. Another thing is South Asia in general, one of the most densely populated parts of the entire world. I mean, Asia has huge amounts of population. And so what that means is, you can't live in every part of India and South Asia. So the cities that are around, okay, if you zoom in like this one, okay, they're extremely tightly packed with so many people, okay? Same thing with so many of these. There's another one. Never even heard of this city in my life, but it looks pretty gigantic, okay? And so what happens is you have so many people living in the cities now because they have to go to the cities to get decent jobs and make money. But the problem with this rapid growth of South Asian cities is that the resources there are strained and the air and water pollution have increased. So the more people you have living in a city means that there's a higher concentration of these problems like water and air pollution, and people can't get around the city. The roads are clogged and stuff, and they don't have enough money or not, for whatever reason, creating more, for example, light rail, which would be trains like they have down in Austin where they can just ride the train to work or something like that instead of having to take cars everywhere, because the roads are so packed with cars that people can't really drive anywhere. So it's a really major problem, not just for South Asia, but other countries as well, including our own country, by the way. We have lots of problems with lots of traffic here in lots of big cities like Houston, Austin, Dallas. So another thing you need to know for the test is that Sri Lanka has a lot of gemstones. So for example, rubies, sapphires, things like that. So these kinds of really valuable rocks, you can find a lot of those in Sri Lanka, as well as graphite, which you use to make pencils, but also it's used in lots of other things like computers and whatnot. We didn't talk a whole lot about this, but you did read about it in one of the lessons, and that was the history of South Asia. So a lot of early civilizations also came out of India. One of them is called the Indus Valley Civilization, and they were very civilized in the sense that they had cities like you and I would imagine today, except without electricity or internet. But they did have brick houses. They had drains alongside the road and things like that. They had bathrooms in their home. And so these are examples of how they were highly advanced civilizations. Even though it was a long time ago, they still had all these things like drains and bathrooms. A lot of cities in Europe, for example, even maybe 500 years ago, a lot of houses, they didn't necessarily have bathrooms in them. Okay, they would just pee and poop in a little cup, and they dump it out the window in the morning. So, but these civilizations from thousands of years ago already were using drains and bathrooms and things like that at the time, anyway. All right. Any questions, please talk to your teacher. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Good luck on your test. Bye-bye.